And I'm here in Rennes, Georgia with Mr. Willie Herbert Smith. And I understand you have a big birthday coming up.
Yeah, I just thank the Lord they let me live and see it.
And how old are you going to be on your birthday?
How you say that now?
How old are you going to be?
I'll be 100.
And that's coming up when? October?
Shut up.
October 2nd.
Right.
Now tell me, where were you born?
Well, I was born in Jefferson County, in Stapleton, Georgia, out on the farm, out in the country, you know. Just about, I would say about 3-4 blocks from the church, the Harts church, up there above the church there.
Whose land were you born on?
At that time, some old lady called me Ruthie Williams.
Is that whose land?
But that was in Stapleton, Georgia. When the old lady called me Ruthie Williams. She was a woman.
Uh-huh.
She owned that farm then.
Mrs. Williams?
Yeah, Miss Ruthie Williams.
Ruthie Williams farm.
Uh-huh. And she had a strictly called Miss May. Miss May Boone. Miss May Boone, she lived there in Stapleton. And then when Miss Ruthie died, the farm went to Miss May.
Miss May, okay.
Went to Miss May Boone.
Miss May Boone.
Right. And after Miss May Boone died, and then another fellow, I think, took it was called Harry Boone.
Harry Boone,
Yeah,
okay.
Harry Boone, he stayed there in Stapleton. That was Miss May Boone's son, Harry Boone.
What is the earliest thing you remember when you were growing up?
The earliest thing?
Yes.
The earliest thing I can remember, oh man, this thing, I can tell you the truth. I can remember when I was a baby.
Oh!
I can tell you the truth. But I just can't just tell you a lot, you know, all that kind of thing. But I remember when I read this, like around 1923.
1923.
Yeah, I can remember that real good, around 1923.
You're about 5 or 6 years old?
Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
My mother had a cousin called Willie May Hassett.
Willie May Hassett.
Yeah. And I was up to her place one day. Up there. Well, you hear him talking about the Willie boy?
Uh-huh.
The Willie Brothers farm?
Yeah, Willis.
You hear him talking about the Willie Brothers farm?
Yes.
But it wasn't, them boys wasn't even born. That wasn't their supposed to farm. The old man called Jim Denton on that place then, but I'm just telling you what was that.
Right.
I was up there one day, and the mailman come around. And back in them times, them people used to order clothes, you know.
Right.
And this cousin, my mother's cousin, took me by the hand. She might have met the mailboy because she had ordered some clothes, and the mailman brought the clothes. And he was driving over 23 model Buick. I never forget that.
23 model Buick. Do you remember who he was?
But I'm getting to it
Oh,
now.
okay.
So he wasn't the mailman. Now, and here was this cousin. She said, now, this is Mr. Jack. No, the mailman named Mr. Jack Viner. He had old Model T Ford.
Model T Ford, and his name was what?
Jasper Viner. Jasper Viner.
Jack Bavana?
Jasper. He lived there in Stapleton.
Okay.
And
Mailman.
Mr. Lee Harb. Mr. Lee Harb lived there in Stapleton too.
Mr. Lee Hobbs lived in Stapleton, yes.
Mr. Lee Harb, he was a substitute.
Substitute, mailman.
Mr. Jasper Viner didn't come around that day.
Okay.
Mr. Lee Harb come around, He come around that day. And she was standing there getting them boxes out, and I don't know what they're supposed to do. And I'm standing at the side of the car, and I was a long, pretty black car, and I could see myself in that car.
Oh.
And she said, this is not Mr. Jackson, this is Mr. Lee Harb, she said. And that was a 23 Buick he was driving.
Mr. Lee Hobbs was driving a 23 Buick.
Yeah.
A black one?
A black 23
And you could
Buick.
see yourself in it?
Right. I was standing at the side of her, she was getting a box. She had all it, and I could see myself in that car. I was standing there looking. And after I got on up there and about, I was about 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 years, about grown. Another fellow called me Jethro Rupp. They still had that old Buick. They bought that old Buick. Mr. Lee Hall and them back in them days.
Yeah.
And Mr. Jethro Rupp said that was a 23 model.
Wow.
That was a 23 model Buick. I heard him say that somewhere around about, I would say 19, let me get that thing right here. Around 19, Oh, let me get this thing right here. I was somewhere about 16, 17 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, around about 15, 16 years old. And man, Jeffrey Ruff, he had bought that old Buick. And he said that was a 23.
Yes.
23 model.
23 model Buick.
Yeah, and that was in
Wow.
1923 then when I was seeing it. And way up and around about, I was about 16, 17 years old. Mr. Rupp, he had bought that old Buick somewhere back in there. And he still had it, he had it at the time.
Wow.
He said that was a 1923. That's what I got. What I mean, I can remember back that far.
Do you remember when they talked about it being the Depression, the finances, the money, the Depression?
The Depression?
Yes.
Well, the best I can remember real. I'm talking about experiences. I was here. I think before the Depression was.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I can remember.
It was always a Depression, wasn't it?
I can remember when the Depression was on.
Yeah.
Good around 19. They started in 31.
1931, yes.
32, man, it was rough.
Was it hard to find something to eat, or?
Well, yeah, I would say in that way of speaking, because the government wasn't giving things out then like they do now, you know.
Now, did your family farm?
Yeah, we were farming then, but what it was, the people were making their living then on the farm, on the cotton and the corn and stuff they were selling.
Yeah, the cotton and corn, yeah.
Yeah, what cotton had been like 35, 40, 50 cents a pound. Cotton went on to 5 cents a pound.
In the Depression, cotton went down to 5 cents a pound.
Long about the 1932.
1932.
Yeah, all around that 1932. Well, cotton had been 45, 50 cents a pound, all like that. But the cotton come on down to 5 cents a pound. And what corn had been, I imagine, 75, 89 cents a dollar a bushel. Corn come down, I think it was about 15 or 20 cents a bushel.
15 or 20 cents a bushel for corn?
All the people were farming. Everything got so cheap, they couldn't, they wouldn't buy it. It was too cheap.
It was cheap, but nobody had any money.
Right, I'm talking about, yeah, what I mean.
Yeah.
If you sell a bushel of corn, that would let too much corn to give away for nothing. But sometimes you just had to sell a bushel of corn, you know.
Yeah.
When you get about a quarter.
Right.
Man, things were so cheap back in them times.
Now, were you able to go to school? Were you out here in Stapleton?
Yeah, I was going to school then. I was going to school.
What school was it called?
I was going to a school that is called Stapleton School.
Stapleton School.
That's in Stapleton there.
Yeah.
A little schoolhouse sitting there about a mile from town.
About a mile from town, yes.
Yeah. Not too far from a church called First Baptist Church.
It was near the First Baptist Church.
Yeah, then another church down from the bottom they called, I think you call it Spread Chapel.
Spread Chapel, yes.
And that church, the school was sitting on top of the hill called Stapleton School.
Okay.
And that's why I was going to school.
Did you walk to school?
Yeah, but we all had to walk to school back in them days. We walked from over there. The more I was born at the Harts, that was about 2 miles.
You were born near Harts Grove, right?
Yeah. I was born at about 3-4 blocks above the Harts Church.
Okay.
Yeah, my neighborhood around there. And it's about 3 miles down to Stapleton. I said about 2 miles and a half or 3 miles down to Stapleton.
Now, when y'all had to buy anything, did you go to the store in Stapleton, or where did you go?
Yeah, but that was closer time for us to go to the Stapleton, you know.
Yeah.
But back in them days, they had a lot of little stores around out in the country.
Country stores, yes.
There'd be a little store there they called Hodgson Mill.
Hodgson?
That's the old mill house.
The mills.
Take corn, you know.
Yes.
And get the corn ground up and make meal out of it. And they had a little store there. They called, I think they called him Willie. I think they called it Houston Mill. That's what they call it, Houston Mill.
Newsom Mill?
Yeah, Houston Mill.
Newsom Mill, yes.
Yeah, some of you call it Hodgson Mill. Yeah.
Well, now, do you remember the first time you went somewhere further away from Stapleton? Did you go to Augusta, or where did you go?
Now, I think about the first time I remember going to Augusta, I think it was in 1927.
1927, you might have gone to Augusta.
1927, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1927.
How did you get there? On a train?
No, what happened, my dad, but that's what I'm saying now. Back in them long right 1926 and 27, before I can way look at me, the pressure wasn't so on then. Everything was doing pretty good.
It was doing pretty good in 1927.
Yeah, my dad bought old 27 Model T Fords.
Your daddy bought a 27 Model T Ford?
Yeah, in 1927.
In 1927?
It wasn't new,
Right.
but it was a 27.
Wow.
Around just a little while before Christmas, I would say that. Somewhere around about October, September, October, around that, when you bought it, you know. Some fella had it, and I don't know what he had done to it, but he had a rake with it or something. So them 27 Model T at that time, they'd all over painted blue.
Oh, it was painted blue. Okay.
Them 27.
Yeah.
And they had a rod run from the front fender, like the fender on the car like this way.
Yeah.
Fender, and the rod run from this fender to that fender, and the lights set on the fenders.
Oh, the lights set on the fenders.
No, the lights on the 27 sort of set on that rod.
Oh, they set on the rod.
And the 26, all the 26 Fords was black.
The 26 Fords were black. Okay.
They were black.
Yes.
And they didn't have no rod run from the fender across.
Okay.
They light set on the hood, on the fender.
On the fender. Okay. Yes.
There,
Yes.
you know? And this man, when he had the rake with this car, and he had a 27, and when he had the rake, they painted black.
Oh.
They painted the car black.
Yeah.
And a lot of them around there told my dad, I was 26 you got. My dad told the 27.
Oh.
They were going by it being
The color.
black.
Yeah.
But he had to show him that rod run from that fender across that the light stood on the rod. 26 lights stood on the fender.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the 25 and the 25 and the 25 Model T Ford, they had 3 doors.
3 doors. And okay. Yeah.
The door on the driver's side, it had a mark there, but it wasn't on the door. You had to step over that door.
Wow.
You had to step over and get in the car.
Now,
All the other doors you opened, but that door, it wasn't on the door.
you had to step over the door and get in.
They just had a mark around there like a door, wasn't on the door. And the driver had to go there and get in and step over, you know, and get out, step over and all like that.
Now,
The other 3 doors opened, but when you started making it 26, they all had 4 doors.
4 doors. Now, how old were you when you left Stapleton?
When I left Stapleton,
Yeah.
I left Stapleton, and I think it was in 1945.
1945,
Yeah, during the Second World War.
during the Second World War.
Yeah, I left in 1945.
Why did you leave? Where did you go?
I went to Trenton, New Jersey.
Went to Trenton, New Jersey.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Around here, they got what I worked over there in Augusta. Oh, that was the camp at, the camp.
Yes.
I think back in them time, I think they called it Camp. I believe they called it Camp Gordon then.
Camp Gordon,
I think
yes.
that's what they called it.
Yes.
And they weren't paying for 35 cents an hour
They were paying you 35 cents an hour
for labor. You
for
know?
labor, yes.
And I went to Macon. Up there, and they were paying the same thing up there. And I had a cousin living in Trenton, New Jersey. And I said I couldn't go up there. And up there, I probably could do better, make more money. You know?
You made more money in Trenton, New Jersey.
Yeah, so I left there. I left here in May, 1945 in May. And it might have been, I can't remember exactly what date now,
Yeah.
but I know it was in May.
Right, in May.
I left here in 1945, I went to Trenton, New Jersey. When I got up there, I think they were paying 85 an hour.
85 cents an hour. That's a big difference.
Yeah, for labor.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's worth a trip, huh?
Yeah.
When
and I stayed up there until 1974.
You stayed there till
Yeah,
1974.
I came back home in 1974 in May.
Are you glad you came back home?
Yeah, well,
In some ways.
I have been going a long time. Best I can remember, I think when I left here in 1945, I think I was 26.
Okay.
I think I was 26. I think that would be right. I think I was 26 years old.
Uh-huh.
And then when I came back in 74, I was 56.
You were 56 when you came back here.
Yeah, I
Okay.
came back home, I was 56.
Yes.
Yeah.
So does this feel like home now to you, or?
Yeah, it feel like home.
Yeah.
In some way,
Yeah.
But I stayed up there a long time.
Yeah.
I don't think I made about 3 trips down here the whole time I stayed. I was going 11 years before I came back the first time.
Okay. Well, now what do you attribute your long life to? What do you think has kept you going so long?
The reason I was gone so long?
Yeah. I mean, why do you think you've been able to live so long?
Well, I really don't know. One thing, I just always had to do the thing that's right.
You do the thing that's right.
I always follow the laws.
You follow the Lord.
And if anybody give me a job, I always try to do it like the best I could, you know.
You do a job the best
Like
you
that.
could.
I
Yes.
would treat people that I was to be treated
Yeah.
and everything.
Is there certain things you don't eat?
Well, I got what now. My appetite is bad, but I just eat.
Do you eat what you want to eat?
I eat, but that means that don't taste.
It doesn't taste as
I don't
good.
have that taste like it used to.
Yeah.
But I eat a plenty. I eat good.
You eat
But
good.
it's still like me, it don't be tasting right, but I just eat it anyway.
Yeah. Well, I was particularly interested. My father was raised in Stapleton. Did you know that? And he was born the same year as you. Did you ever know Leroy Stapleton?
Leroy, but I tell
Or
you,
George or Ed or Frank?
Yeah, I know them. Yeah, I know them though, Mr. Leroy.
Did you know Mr. Leroy?
But I knew George Stapleton and Ed Stapleton.
George, that was their brothers.
Frank Stapleton.
Frank Stapleton,
And I think Albert Stapleton.
Albert Stapleton.
That was their daddy.
That's
Albert
right.
Stapleton. I know him.
You knew Albert, his daddy.
Albert had a son, I think they called Jim.
That's right.
And Jim, then he had another little brother there. I can't, he lived rock them Stapleton boys.
Yeah, there was 5 of them, and then Mary Agnes was the daughter, and Daisy.
Let me see, I think Mr. Norman had, let me see, that means.
Now, my daddy was the baby. He was born in 1917, but his brothers were older. George and Ed and Frank and Al.
Well, I
mean,
them.
all the...
Yeah, I know them.
You remember some of them?
I know Albert Stapleton had a great big old plantation. And a lot of people worked on Albert Stapleton's place, you know.
They worked on that was my granddaddy, Albert Stapleton.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Granddad.
Yeah, and a lot of people worked on his plantation.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know anybody that worked there?
Oh, yeah, but they all gone.
They're all gone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know them. Ain't none of them living now.
They're all gone.
Yeah, they all gone.
Do you remember some of the names of people that worked for him?
Yeah, I know you probably called Lee Patterson.
Lee Patterson.
And I think he had a brother, I think he called Mr.Smith. I think he worked on the Albert Stapleton's place.
Smith Patterson.
Yeah, and I think another person called, I think, John Kane.
John Kane.
I remember him, John Kane. And a lot of them, written, I can't remember them now. But I remember them.
Did you ever remember anybody who was a slave? Were there still any of them still alive?
Slave, no.
Were they all dead?
But I know some old lady. I think she's supposed to be related to my mother. Related to me somewhere or another.
Uh-huh.
Old lady called him Manny Hobbs.
Oh, Aunt who?
Old lady called him Manny Hobbs.
Matney Hobbs. Mandy Hobbs. Was she a slave at one time?
Somewhere, when I was somewhere around about, I said 16, 17 year old, 15, 16, 17 year old.
Yeah.
She was a little girl. She told me, now she's an old lady then now, I was somewhere around about 15, 16 years old.
Yeah.
And she told me that she was a little girl in slavery.
Oh, so when you were 15 or 16, you knew an old lady who said she was a little girl in slavery.
Yeah, little lady then, I guess she was maybe around my age then, I don't know.
Wow.
She was an old lady.
Old lady.
But she told me that she was a little girl in slavery.
And her last name was Hobbs?
Yeah, she was a Hobbs, yeah. Yeah, she was a Hobbs.
Wow. That was something then, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What's some of the biggest changes you have seen? What's some of the big changes?
Yeah.
Too many to talk?
I think a lot of things. So much change in now, you know. Yeah, from what it was back in them times.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of changes.
Do you have any advice for a young man starting out in life, ready to start working, or?
Yeah, the only thing I can tell them to do is just treat people nice.
Treat people nice.
All I know.
Right.
If we got a job to do it good. If we can't do it, don't take it or whatever it may be, you know.
Right.
Just try to do everything right as best as you know.
To do everything right as best as you know. That's good advice, isn't it? That's exactly right.
Fall on the Lord.
And
That's what I always do.
the Lord's been good to you, hasn't
Yeah,
he?
he's been good to me.
Yes.
Yeah, my daddy, he didn't have any education, you know.
Your dad didn't have any
But
education.
I didn't even finish 7th grade myself.
You'd finished seventh.
I stopped going to school, I think, best I can remember. I think it was in 19, let me see when that was, 1930, 31.
So you went, what, 6th grade or
Around
something?
About 32.
About
I
32.
think I went to school a bit in 1932, I think it was.
Right.
I think I quit going to school.
Well, now, when you quit going to school, did you go work on the farm every day, or?
Yeah. I was somewhere around about, I mean, 12, 13 years old, so I'm just saying that.
Well, now, what
13 years old when I stopped going to school.
did you work behind a mule, or what did you do?
No, we was on the farm. I worked with my daddy. See, I'm in the home with my daddy, and my dad taking care of the farm.
Oh.
And I told my dad I'd rather stay home and plow.
Stay home and plow?
I done got big enough to plow, you know.
But now, was that with a mule?
Yeah,
with a mule.
Then.
Wow.
They didn't have no tractors then.
No tractors.
There was a few tractors, but they didn't use them for a lot of everything that they do now.
Yeah.
Sometimes somebody had an old tractor called a folding tractor.
Yeah.
Kind of those small tractors, hook hair behind them and
Right.
pull them across the ground, land like that.
What kind of crops were they growing? What?
Cotton,
Cotton.
and corn,
Cotton and corn.
velvet beans,
What's that?
velvet beans. That's what
Velvet beans?
That's what type of beans like they give cows, you know.
Oh, beans like they give cows.
Yeah, velvet beans like
Okay.
that.
Okay. Well, do you miss the old days, or no? You glad to?
Yeah. Sometimes I miss them in some ways.
What do you miss about the old days?
Well, in the old days, it is so much different what it is now. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the old days, so much different. Back in them days, the more people, I like the cooking.
You like the cooking? You don't like pizza and tacos, do you?
Them more people cook good back in them days.
That's because they use lard.
I like that food where you cook back in them days. Yeah.
It's hard to find somebody that knows how to cook right, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. I got what I can't have. I used to cook pretty good myself.
Oh, you cook?
But
Okay.
I got what I can't have cook now.
Oh my. Yeah. Well, is there any other story of something special you want to share? Anything, a story or?
Well, I don't know. I'm just trying to
Tell us
think.
some of them stories you used to tell me.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I done forgotten now, but I forgot what I told
You think of something funny that happened to you in your life? Something real funny that happened, or?
Something real funny.
Yeah.
Something real funny. I'm trying to think. So much funny thing that happened to me.
You got a lot of funny
A lot of things funny happened, you know. I'm just trying to think. I like to do a lot of walking, I know, a long time ago.
You like to do walking, okay.
That's what we had back in them days, you know, we come up But we didn't have no money to buy gas, and then them old time got so hard. They had cars, but things changed back in them days. That's when the depression come on,
Right.
and a lot of black people had cars.
But they had cars, but no money for
Yeah,
gas.
they had to put them down. You know, when they able to run them. Yeah, when they able to drive them. You know, they had to walk then.
Right.
And started going to Texas, riding a wagon and mules, and
Well-
buggies and all that kind of thing.
Well, do you think the young people have it easier today or harder, or what do you think?
Yeah, well, I think young people got it more easier now.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it. Yeah, young people got it easier now.
It was hard working all day in the field plowing behind a mule, wasn't it?
Yeah. What I'm saying, back in them days, they like a lot of people had farms, you know,
Right.
and then everybody didn't have no farm. I mean, they just worked by the day.
Oh, they worked by the day.
They worked by the day on these white people farm, worked by the day.
So now, was your
And
family
they were paying them something like 50 cents a day.
So they'd work on the white people's farms for 50 cents a day.
Yeah.
Now, what did your family? Were your family sharecroppers, or
Now that's what I'm saying. Now,
Yeah.
see, now everybody wasn't sharecropper,
everybody wasn't?
but you know, I mean, a lot of people, you know, what I mean, didn't have no farm, wasn't working on no farm,
Oh,
but they were staying on these white people plantations, and they were houses, you know,
right,
and these white people they had their farm,
right.
and they hired these people to do their work for them,
By the day.
and by the day, they won't work by the month,
Wow.
and by the month, $2 a month, $3 a month.
$2 or $3 a month.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
You remember? Well, now, did your family move from house to house a lot, or you stayed in?
No, we going right up there on that farm. We stayed there on that farm.
That house isn't still there, is it?
I just tore that old house down since I've been back when you was here.
Oh, they tore it
I
down.
tore that house down, you know.
But there's some buildings still standing around that you remember,
Oh, yeah,
right?
Yeah. I was just trying to think, yeah. That was house was I think where I was born at. I don't know where the house tore down up. I knew a lot of trees drove up around it.
Yeah.
There always was trees around it.
Uh-huh.
But now you can cross the road over there. And I can't see those houses, but the trees, the more trees I'm going around it.
Right.
I don't know whether those houses down there or not.
Right.
Yeah, hit them houses, still standing around.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I know when I was growing up. Yeah.
Well, now, I know I already asked you about young people. Do you think it's of benefit for the young people to go to church?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good benefit from
Would that change their life drastically?
Yeah, but wait a second, some people don't believe in the Lord, but I believe in serving God.
You believe in serving God,
And
yes.
I just believe in the Lord to make a way for you.
Right.
That's the way I believe in going to church. You know? I was taught that, you know.
That's right. Did
Yeah.
you go to church as a child?
Yeah, my mother and them, they take me to church when I was little, more kids, you know.
Where did you go? Harts Grove?
Yeah, in Hartsgrove. That
Wow.
was my church.
Okay.
That's why I was baptized at Hartsgrove.
Now, where did they baptize you at Harts Grove? Do they have a creek? You go to Reedy Creek or where?
I tell you something.
What?
Nah, I can't remember now what year that was in. And I don't know the place where I was born at, the old plantation there. There's a little branch down there.
Oh, uh-huh.
And before Hartsgrove got what do you call
A
it?
baptismal pool?
Well, you got a pool to baptize in.
Yeah, yeah.
That used to come over there on that old branch
Uh-huh.
and baptize down in that branch.
Ooh,
They had like a little small creek, you know.
a little creek down there, yeah.
And they built a pool down in that branch.
They kind of dam it up a little bit and,
Yeah, somewhere or another there.
yeah.
And I can't, my sister, she older than me. My 35-year older than me. She can remember them.